to the Big Three, Fantasy Alarm TV. I'm your host, Ray Flowers. We're going to do a Week 6 review here. I'm going to talk fast. Sit down, buckle in. Here we go. 3. Number of wide receivers that went for over 150 yards in Week 6. John Brown caught 10 passes for 196 yards, having that first true breakout game of his NFL career. A massive effort for him. He's someone you should be playing on a weekly basis as a wide receiver, too, especially in those PPR setups. Second wide receiver, Calvin Johnson, reminding everyone that, hey, I'm still an elite receiver in this league. 6 catches, 166 yards, and a touchdown. You fire him up as a wide receiver 1 every single week. This effort reminded people of that if they had any question. Final guy, Keenan Allen, 14 catches, 157 yards. He injured his hip in the third quarter, didn't get to play the game. He was on his way to the best pass-catching game in the history of the Chargers. That's the second game this year. He's had at least 14 receptions. The hip shouldn't be a long-term issue. They're running more tests, though. Let's hope it's a minor issue. He's a monster in a PPR setup. Second number today is 3, as in the number of tight ends that went for 125 yards in Week 6, led by 140 yards on 8 catches by Jimmy Graham. Finally utilized in the passing game. Didn't get in the end zone for the Seahawks, but he looked good. Russell Wilson looked for him in the open field, down the seam. Good to see him produce that way. Tight end 1, don't expect elite production every week. Second guy to get to the 125 yards was Greg Olsen. 7 catches, 131, and a score for him. He could have had a monstrous day against Seattle. 2 of his catches ended with him being tackled inside the 2-yard line. He could have had 3 touchdowns in this game. A great effort. The only guy to trust as a pass catcher on a weekly basis with the Panthers. And then finally, Watson, Ben, back on Thursday of Week 6. 10 catches, 127 yards, and a touchdown. Don't know where it came from. We won't ever see again. Don't chase the points, but a huge effort for the Saints tight end. And the final number today is 10, as the number of quarterbacks that threw for at least 300 yards in Week 6 prior to Monday Night Football in Week 6. 3 big names going over 400 yards. Matthew Stafford, 405 yards, 421 yards for Carson Palmer. Both of those guys had great efforts, but they were eclipsed by Phillip Rivers, who went over 500 yards. First quarterback in NFL history to throw for 500, not be intercepted, and lose the football game. In fact, 2 of the 3 guys that went for over 400 yards last week, Rivers and Palmer, both lost. Pretty interesting. You don't normally see that happen. Taking a breath. That's been the Week 6 review. Fantasy Alarm TV. I'm your host, Ray Flowers. Don't forget to visit us, fantasyalarm.com. We can help you win every single week.